Hi everyone! We are team number 9 presenting our project analyzing and visualizing Bogota's tourism information to improve decision making. Our team is composed of individuals with diverse backgrounds. Elizabeth Rendon, Sergio Rairán, Alberto Cortés, Diego Cabrera, Paul Moros, and Kelly Garcia, who put their talents to work together in this project. In 2019, the tourism industry in Bogota represented 3.2% of the city's gross domestic product and contributed to the generation of 6.3% of the capital's employment. A crisis affecting this sector has a significant effect in other economic sectors such as transportation, accommodation, food and beverage, entertainment, and connected industries. Since the onset of the global health crisis in March 2020, the tourism sector has experienced a period of prolonged hardship. The situation generated by the coronavirus pandemic has negatively impacted tourism worldwide. Travel restrictions imposed by different governments affected the free mobility of tourists. This scenario, together with the economic situation of travelers, has caused changes in travel preference. According to the World Tourism Organization, a United Nations agency which is responsible for the development and promotion of tourism around the world, it is necessary to visualize key indicators for inbound and outbound tourism, characterize the trips, and understand the profile of future travelers to generate policies and strategies to guide adequate decision-making. The data covers information about tourist arrivals, air travel bookings, hotel bookings and occupancy, among others. Following the recommendations of this organization, the Instituto Distrital de Turismo de Bogotá, through the Observatorio de Turismo, has been developing, together with other entities, exercises for the collection, analysis, and reporting of tourism information since 2010. Specifically, they have generated surveys of travelers in Bogotá that allow obtaining data for the characterization and quantification of travelers and trips. This has become a valuable input to propose tourism strategies and understand the behavior of the sector. Currently, the Observatorio de Turismo, through the Bogotá Tourism Information System, publishes bulletins of research, studies, and measurements periodically on its website. However, for the different actors in this sector, these bulletins are time-consuming to read and analyze. Finding the precise information the actors require becomes an exhaustive and manual task, which means that the work carried out by this office does not have the expected scope, and usually the information generated is not considered in the decision-making process. Our project was created to solve this problem. We built an interactive dashboard that allows the Observatorio de Turismo and related businesses to easily explore and compare information from the tourism indicators and the characteristics and preferences of national and international travelers. With this application, the observatory will be able to better support travel and tourism businesses and other users in making strategic decisions in a more efficient and effective way. This data can help in analyzing travelers' trends by collecting the information from different consumer centers and developing a specific marketing strategy for the target audience. Additionally, providing a visualization and analysis tools such as the one proposed will help to optimize the city's tourism marketing programs. This analytics-based approach will identify the type of visitors and pinpoint where the city should focus the marketing efforts, improve the decision-making, optimize time, and answer other important questions about the tourism sector for all the actors involved. The data for this project was provided by the entity, and it consists of 3 datasets. The first set contains information on the demographic characteristics and preferences of domestic and international travelers surveyed between 2010 and 2018. The second set consists of a set of tourism indicators, including the Tourism Competitiveness Index, Tourism Pressure Index, Hotel and Airbnb Occupancy Rate, among others. The third one is the Airbnb dataset that contains 110,705 records, with a total of 20,650 dwellings associated with this entity. This dataset has information about the property's location, income per reservation, number of guests, and ratings. In addition, we wanted to know the impact that the Airbnb service has on the price of real estate rentals in the different locations of the city. For this reason, we merged the Airbnb dataset and the 2017 DANE multipurpose survey. On the screen, you can see the web application architecture we use in our project. When using our application, if you are interested in getting to know travelers visiting the city of Bogota, simply click on the Travelers menu and select the item Who are the travelers? There you can explore the demographic characteristics of national or international travelers who visit the city. In this section, you'll be able to interact with each of the filters and discover the information of your interest. In the first part, you'll find general information about the travelers according to the selected year, such as the total number of travelers visiting the city, the percentage of men and women, the origin of the travelers, and their age and level of education. In the interactive map, you'll be able to know, given a specific year and month, the number of travelers coming from the different departments of Colombia or countries of the world in the selected period. You can also interact with the graphs that present the age of travelers, gender, educational level, and occupation. In these graphs, you will be able to compare by year and origin these different demographic characteristics. Similarly, you can explore the preference of the travelers by selecting what are their preferences. In this section, you'll find information about the trip purpose, tourist attraction visited by the travelers in the selected years, the travel group of the visitors, the place of accommodation, and the means of transportation they use the most. Likewise, in the Indicators menu, you will find 4 items that show information on accommodation, connectivity, economic, and tourism indicators. In these sections, you can visualize the trend of some of these indicators in the selected years. After exploring some graphs, we can conclude that Bogota had more than 22 million visitors in 2018, most of them between age group 31 to 45, followed by those between age 46 and 60. 87% of these visitors were national travelers, most of them between ages 31 to 45. Most of these travelers were men, had a bachelor's degree, were employees, and came from the department of Meta. The main purpose of the trip was to visit friends and relatives, followed by holidays and leisure, and also business. The most visited attractions were malls and Monserrate. These national visitors stayed mainly at their own house, relatives or friends, followed by hotels. Most of them travel alone or with their family, spend the most on food and transportation, and use taxis and public transport as transportation mean. Regarding international tourists who visit Bogota in 2018, 37% of travelers were between ages 18 and 30, followed by the 31 to 45 age group. Most of the international visitors came from Germany and Argentina. 65% were men, 55% with bachelor's degree, and 47% were employees. The main purpose for their visit was holidays and leisure. The most visited attractions were malls and Monserrate. Most of the international visitors traveled with family or alone, and mainly stayed at hotels or at their own house, relatives or friends, spent most on food and transportation, and used public transport as transportation mean. From this analysis, we can draw the following conclusions. Our results suggest that characterizing the tourism population through age groups and other demographic characteristics may help to focus the promotion of different activities like festivals or marathons to be carried out in Bogota. Additionally, the use of this application that automatically visualizes and compares travelers' characteristics and preferences can help to improve the services of tourism businesses by better satisfying the needs and desires of the tourist. Feel free to contact us for more information. We are happy to be able to use data science to improve organizational processes. Thank you!